Amusement parks started to pop up in cities across America. They evolved from circuses and carnivals. Many had similar attractions. While the circus began to travel across the country, amusement parks became more permanent attractions for visitors. Ocean Beach's Wonderland was one of the first permanent amusement parks in San Diego. Historic photos show what the seaside community of Mission Beach looked like at the turn of the 20th century. At the time, there were few buildings and homes. But the main attraction from the start was the Mission Beach Amusement Park, with its infamous Giant Dipper roller coaster, which could be seen for miles. A large saltwater pool called the Plunge was also built as part of the park. The new carnival-themed zone was a way to attract people to the area.
People didn't really live at the beach. They kind of sometimes would visit the beach, but they really wouldn't go in the water. And so there was this gentleman by the name of John D. Spreckles. San Diego knows him well. He's actually built most of San Diego. And he bought a bunch of property at the beach and wanted people to move here.
Sugar magnate and land developer John Spreckles was behind the venture. He had a vested interest to turn Mission Beach into a residential community. His popular and successful streetcar line went through the heart of Mission Beach.
In 1925, he built the roller coaster in this big Mecca entertainment center that drew thousands and thousands of people to the beach. And then over the years, the roller coaster did well and they added more attractions. And then the big theme parks kind of came in the 50s with Disney and those guys. And these little seaside parks started kind of dropping off the map.
Wendy Crane manages the Belmont Park roller coaster today, and she's learned much of its history, starting from July 4th, 1925, when it first opened to hundreds of guests. Architect David Marshall knows many details about the Mission Beach roller coaster. He also knows key facts about another local roller coaster built in 1913.
Well, he was a businessman first, so he wanted to attract people to the beach area because he owned a lot of property out here. He also was running the streetcars and the trolley lines, so he wanted to move people around. So that's the same thing about the Wonderland Amusement Center in Ocean Beach, is that was to attract people to Ocean Beach to buy land.
Built some 12 years prior to the Giant Dipper, David's historic photo and postcard collection reveal what the Ocean Beach Amusement Park looked like at the time. Exotic animals were also part of the entertainment.
A very large amusement center, and it was right on Voltaire, right along the beach there. And it had an even bigger roller coaster at that time, and it had a lot of other attractions, and it was really even what they called a zoo at the time, which was a few tigers in cages, but it predated our zoo in Balboa Park even.
Wonderland was the idea of another local land developer, J.C. Collier. Again, the amusement park was used to attract people to Ocean Beach. But these are rare historic photos of David's that few have seen until now.
One of the more spectacular things about it is the way it was lit. They had all kinds of white lights that were, basically framed all of the buildings. And so if you've seen some night shots of it, it was really spectacular. I think 220,000 lights is what it was promoted as.
Wonderland would never recover from a winter storm in 1916. Because of damage, it was forced to close just 3 years after it opened. The roller coaster was apparently undermined in the storm and was later demolished, as was the amusement park. But back to Mission Beach and its Giant Dipper roller coaster. You have a photo postcard of this exact same location around 1925 or something like that?
Yeah, this is right near when it opened, and you can see behind us with the station house where the cars stop, but the long line of people waiting to get on, and it was extremely popular, when it first opened, and it's remained that way for most of its life. But this same image would look very much the same as it does as it did in 1925 if you took it today.
The train house where the train cars take off from is also original. After years of popularity, the roller coaster would nearly be torn down in the 1970s. It was closed for about 13 years. Fortunately, preservation stepped in to save it and had it designated as a National Historic Landmark. After its restoration, the roller coaster reopened in 1990.
The nostalgic feel of this is remarkable. And of course, we're right on the beach, right on the ocean, and it's got the fun, old-fashioned family feel to it.
Incredibly, the roller coaster was built in just 2 months' time with about 150 workers, and it cost a whopping $50,000 to build. The Giant Dipper recently celebrated its 85th birthday, and the folks who run it hope there are many more celebrations in the future.